Hey, how are you doing, guys? It's me, El Bandito, and I'm bringing you some fresh new multiplayer battle reports from last Saturday. As you know, every Saturday night we have a forum party, and that's the time where I usually play my multiplayer battles. Of course, the matches were both fun and challenging, and I'm sure you guys will like what you see. So without further ado, here they are. I'm going to post them one by one. And here is my first match. The guy's name is called Kazlaga, and he said he's from Kazakhstan, which is pretty cool, by the way, because, well, Kazakhstan and Mongolia, they're practically neighbors. They share similar culture, nomadic culture, and they both once worshipped the eternal blue sky. So it's all pretty damn awesome. Well, let's see how this Kazakh guy from Kazakhstan is going to pose me a challenge. He picked the Romans while I picked the newest faction, the Seleucids. In my opinion, Seleucids are pretty much having one of the best unit selection there is. They're even better, their unit selection is even better than the Romans, I think. Of course, with the inclusion of Seleucids, factions such as Athens, Pontus and Egypt, they're now being rendered obsolete. Seleucids are simply better in every way. Well, as you can see, I had my general as an Indian war elephant because it's simply one of the best units, and it has, over 900 health, so very hard to kill. Also, I got a couple of thorax swordsmen to protect the flanks of 5 thorax pikemen. For my ranged units, I got the 5 units of eastern slingers. Their attack rate is pretty high, so should be good for harassing the enemy. I also picked 4 units of Azat Knights. I believe they are unique only to the Seleucids. The reason I chose them over the Hellenic cataphracts is because I believe Azat Knights are much better in cavalry duels. They have so-so damage, but their armor penetration value is pretty good. Also, they have this ability called expert charge defense, which means they are very good against fighting enemy that are charging at him, which means cavalry. So that's that. And as a bonus, I brought the 1 unit of chariots. I do not know how to use chariots, and I am very eager to try them out. I could just do very horrible and fail with it, or I could do really well with it. That's the charm of the chariot. It's one of a risky type of unit to use. And here's the unit from Kazlaga. He's got Praetorians and what else? Slingers, auxiliary, Numidian cavalry, equites. Yep. Slightly bit missile heavy for a Roman army, but that's fine. Nothing I can't handle, because my eastern slingers will not lose to any missile duel against pretty much any Roman missile units. Now, what I'm concerned about is the cavalry superiority of the enemy. Well, not superior in terms of quality, but in numbers. I have a record of losing my skirmishers to some unexpected cavalry charges, so I need to watchful for that. And as you can see, I'm heading towards this big hill. I believe this is a dominant position which I which is advantageous to take. And since the Roman army is not moving towards it to reclaim it, even though they're closer to it, I'll just rush at it. And as you can see, the enemy cavalry, the skirmisher cavalry, they're moving towards me, but that's fine. I have my slingers to cover any advance they might make. The main Roman army is remaining static though, so I'll just move a couple of units here and just realign my battle lines. I forgot to turn off my settings. I mean, turn off this what do you call it? This extreme settings to low settings, because it's quite frankly giving me quite a lag. So, but it's not so bad that I can't actually play. It's just annoying. On the next match, I'll make sure to turn down the graphic quality. Okay, now I'm busy repositioning. Alright, once in the foot of the mountain, I tried to goad the enemy into attacking me, but it seems like the enemy is not taking the bait. So I have to go to the enemy. There is no other way. Now I have noble cavalries on both flanks, so I'm not scared of being enveloped. It's just that the enemy skirmish cavalry might do some damage if I don't keep track of it. Those buggers are really fast. I learned from my previous experience that I need a unit of mobile infantry on both flanks of my pikemen to stop them getting flanked. Otherwise, pikemen dissolve really fast if they're flanked. The enemy is still not moving, but that's fine. As soon as my skirmishers get into range, the enemy will be forced to move, otherwise they will be pelted to death.
Awaiting orders. Right out. Riders, forward. Follow me. Our orders.
Alright, slowly and steady. Oh, what's this? The enemy skirmish cavalry are moving towards my right flank. Perhaps they're thinking of harassing my right flank? I don't know. The enemy melee cavalry is also moving to support the skirmish cav. That'll leave the enemy main army defenseless against the cav charge. However, I don't know. I'm still not sure whether I should go after the enemy cavalry or go to the enemy's main army. Because the moment I engage his infantry, his cavalry will come back and hit me from the rear. So let's see. Yep, auxiliary cavalry, they're all there. I think what I need to do is to post the slingers to ward off the enemy harassment and use my Azat Knights to support them just in case if the enemy do charge against my slingers. In hand-to-hand combat, my Azat Knight will defeat most enemy cavalry, especially those weak auxiliary cavalry of Rome. Alright, good. My slingers are now throwing the stones. Hopefully they'll take out few numbers of the enemies. Oh, what's this? A wedge charge? Is that a bluff? Well, I'll post my cavalry. Yeah, it's a bluff. It's alright, it's alright. I put my own cavalry in diamond formation for a better bonus against enemy cavalry. So, he pulled back but suffered a few losses on their skirmish cavalry to my javelins. Now, what should be my plan? Perhaps I should split the enemy, split my slingers and some go harass the enemy formation, I guess. However, the enemy is already making its move. Its infantry is going towards my left, so I'll have to adjust my pike formation accordingly. There you go. I don't know why this guy is moving, splitting his force in half like this. Perhaps he's intended to attack me head on with his infantry while his cavalry will attack me from behind. That cannot be allowed to happen. I have to destroy one part of his army as soon as possible. Therefore, I chose to engage his cavalry because once his mobile arms are gone, I'll be able to dictate the battlefield. Alright. Come on, guys. Let's have some good old cav melee fights. And just in case, I'll throw my general in there. My cavalry should be able to win the fight by themselves. However, the enemy still have a skirmish unit, 4 units of skirmish cavalry to bolster their own melee cavalry, so I'm not taking any chances. Alright. Good. The enemy's melee cavalry is now in combat with my own Azat Knights, and Azat Knights should be able to slaughter them without too much difficulty. And the Elephant General is just the icing on the cake. I'll use my flaming shot to demoralize the enemy cavalry.
We are at your command.
Alrighty then. Now my slingers are in position to deal heavy damage to the enemy. Oh, as you can see, the arrival of my general completely tipped the balance and, well, enemy cavalry is no more. That is good news. I always feel a sort of a feeling of a relief once the enemy cavalry is gone. I'll use half my cavalry to chase down enemy skirmisher while I use the other half to flank the enemy infantry. That way I'll be able to win in short amount of time. The enemy infantry are advancing. Hopefully they took some damage from my slingers. Uh-oh, I didn't quite catch those skirmish cavalry. They got away, but it's fine, it's fine. As long as I got these elephants, I should be able to win the infantry battle. Besides, I got these chariots. Okay. The two noble, Azat Knights that I have kept in reserve, they're going to charge the enemy's left, while my chariots are going to wheel back and charge the enemy's right. Let's see how we're gonna do it. As I said, I have no idea what chariots are capable of, whether they're good against infantry or cavalry. In original Rome, they were really good against infantry. But here I don't know. Alright. The enemy is not engaging mine, so that's bad news. I have to make sure I firmly embrace the enemy infantry. Otherwise, I can't do the hammer and anvil tactics. Alright. Come on. Let's see. Enemy's flanks are protected by those damn triari though. Their spears might cause big problem to my cavalry.
Ready for battle.
Alright.
Forward!
That's the enemy general. However, he's what do you call? He's surrounded by his infantry. I can't really go there. Alright. I guess I'll chance it. See, those triarii on the right flank, they need to be occupied.
At the ready.
Alright. Here is basically how the battlefield is folding. And I think I'm going to make a successful chariot charge on the left side. Here you go. I don't know how effective that will be. I really don't know. And simultaneous charge on the right side. And that should... No, it's not lowering enemy morale, huh? I thought that certainly got me the victory, but... The Romans are more disciplined than I thought. However, they're showing signs of wavering, so that's good.
My lord! Fine, we await your orders.
Good, one unit had routed, followed by the others.
Elephants! Melee cavalry awaiting orders.
Okay, good.
On the spot, glory!
It's lagging pretty crazily, but we got this, guys.
We are at your command. Forward!
Some of my units are wavering because the enemy just charged from top of the mountain, but those are just skirmish cavalry. They shouldn't be able to last long in a melee fight. So, alright, I'm gonna put everybody up the mountain, push everybody up the mountain. There we go.
Chariots!
As you can see, those Numidian cavalry, they just suck at hand-to-hand combat, and they're going to flee real soon. Alright, that's a GG. Close victory, eh? Well, wasn't that close. I mean, I wasn't in danger or anything, but I'll accept it anyway.